going on, everyone? Today we are installing a steering dampener on the YZF R6 2003. Looks a little something like this, which is an exploded diagram. I actually stood a little bit puzzled on this at first, but it's not as bad as it looks. So when I first ordered this, it came with just these two black parts. And turns out there's one link, but there's two things you need to order. One of them is the steering dampener, and the other one is going to be your bracket. And for this particular model, this bracket there's like a little cutout there, and these actually sit right on top of your tank. And those are your 2 out of 3 tank mounting bolts. So that's going to sit like that. And the dampener is going to sit about here, and it's going to sit here with this piece. Once I get it all together, it'll make a lot more sense. But I wanted to film this because I looked for help on this, and there really wasn't a whole lot of help. I looked at other people installing. There's so many dampeners out there, and the one cool thing about this particular one is it goes around the, forgive me if I say it wrong, but I believe it's the nut on the triple fork, so right there. And if you're thinking about, if you just got your bike, or you're thinking about adding like, say a quad lock or a ram mount, the ram mount actually, you need that opening there in order to install a ram mount. So that's something you want to keep in mind, because some of the dampeners just completely block off access. So when you're choosing one, it may be wise to think of that before you go ahead and buy it and purchase it. This one did take a little bit to ship. I probably waited, not even gonna lie, almost a month for this one. But I mean, I knew it was coming, and I had shipping updates. It's April right now, so I'm really not worried about it. It comes with 4 bolts. These ones are all pretty much the same. This one's a tad bit shorter, so I'm going to set that one to the side. I believe these two are for the mounting bracket. Actually, I lied, there's 5. Here's your other one, which is significantly bigger than the others, so I already put this part together just to give me an idea. And then there's 2 rubber O-rings. One goes there, and the other one goes right here, which is what I'm working on. Let me show you. So this is your bracket, or part of it. You have 1 washer, 1 O-ring, and then on this side there's a little snap ring, so you want to make sure that snap ring's in there correctly, because mine was not. Luckily it wasn't too far out, and I was able to correct it with just a utility knife. But this piece here, you can see that this one's rounded. It's a little bit different than these, so that way it does not interfere with the steering dampener, which is going to be going right through there. So let's actually, I'm gonna put you over here. So I'm gonna put these together, and this goes on top. Let's just put it upside down, right? Nice and easy. And the other thing, I'll put the link for this particular product in the description if you want to give it a look. It was significantly cheaper than some of the other ones, but it does have some advantages, one of them being this opening here, so you can add a phone mount to your bike. The other advantage being that it's not, maybe not advantage, but it's not the cheapest, but it's not the most expensive either. So the one disadvantage here is, like, if you use these like I do, pretty handy, you do have to have an old school Allen key wrench. You might have to go in your dad's garage or something and dig one out, but you will need one for this particular part here that I'm working on. So we're gonna get that just finger tight. These really don't need to be super tight, except for maybe the mounting bolts. So your shorter one, remember I was saying there was a shorter one, that is actually going to be your clamp right here. It's gonna go through there. And we're gonna see the steering dampener through there as well. So I'm taking it out for a moment. Here's the dampener. And there's a couple notches on top as well. I'll show you all this when I get it installed. Right now I'm just kind of, that really does make a difference. Wow, yeah. That is gonna, you can lessen it or you can tighten it. Even like that's all the way loose, and that's pretty significantly different than what I have currently. So we're just about at that. I'm gonna go, I think I'm gonna bring this party outside and we're going to install it on the bike. And it's gonna look a little bit different. So let me make sure I have everything I need, and I'll meet you guys out. Alright, so this is what I was trying to show you guys before. So this is the hole that you'll need access to create your ram mount. And this is going to slide right underneath there. There's actually got the edges, and you can see it's going to line right up perfectly right there. And as for this, 2 tank mounting bolts, as I was saying, are going to be right there. They did give you bolts to replace those with, so we'll be doing that as well. And I got everything I need right here to do this. Just to show you what I've done. So this was the nut. We put this together inside. You were there, you remember that. This does not have a washer underneath because if you look closely, you can see the indent. It already is technically a washer. So they don't want you to use 2 washers. This piece, you got your rubber O-ring, your bolt through there, slides through. And then next thing we're gonna do is put our bolts through the bracket in order to not only hold the bracket in place, but the tank as well. Not that it's going anywhere. Alright, and then our very last bolt. Just gonna hold that in place. Just like that. It's the last one. Try it out. It works. The only thing left to do is torque that nut. It'll be golden. Do it. So that's pretty much it. That's how you install it. 2 bolts there for the mounting bolt. You got this here. I would set your washer aside just in case you ever need it again. You sell the bike and decide to take that with you, you know. But that's it.